bless Texas. Tonight is a victory for the people of Texas. Tonight is a victory for all the men and women in this room and all the men and women across this state that poured your hearts, your passion, your time, your energy to rising to defend Texas. To every one of you, Heidi and I and the girls, we say thank you. Thank you. Texas saw something this year that we've never seen before. This election wasn't about me, and it wasn't about Beto O'Rourke. This election was a battle of ideas. It was a contest for who we are and what we believe. It was a contest, and the people of Texas decided this race. We traveled every part of the state, from East Texas to West Texas, from the Panhandle to the Valley. And the energy, the excitement we saw was incredible. Just a couple of weeks ago down in the Valley, in Harlingen, 2,000 people coming out. In Mission, 2,000 people coming out. In El Paso, 2,000 people coming out. And what was truly amazing, at many of these events, we would ask, how many of you here are former Democrats? And we would see hands throughout the room, as we're seeing hands now, because Texas came together behind a common sense agenda of low taxes, low regulations, and lots of jobs. Securing the border and keeping our communities safe, and defending the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And that is a common sense agenda that unites Texans from every part of the state. It was your hard work. This is a victory for the single mom who's been waiting tables, who suddenly sees her wages going up because the economy is booming. This is a victory for the oil field worker who sees now that the United States is the world's top producer of oil. This is a victory for all the kids who are seeing their parents. In the last 2 years, 4 million people have come off of food stamps. Stop and reflect for a moment the lives transformed. People who had been dependent on government for basic food needs now have jobs and get to come home carrying a bag of groceries. Get to come home and look at their kids and say, I'm providing for my family, and their kids get to look up at mom, look up at dad, and see the hope. This was an election about hope and about the future, and the people of Texas rendered a verdict that we want a future with more jobs and more security and more freedom. I want to take a moment also to thank my wife, Heidi, who is my best friend in the world and who, in the course of this campaign, shouldered responsibilities at work, at home, juggling 1,000 balls backwards on a unicycle. And I want to thank our girls. I want to thank Caroline and Catherine. It is hard. Having dad on the road all the time, having mom on the road all the time, it is hard, and these girls pay a price. And girls, Mommy and I love you with all of our hearts. And I could not possibly be prouder of the two of you. I also want to thank my mom and my dad, both of whom poured their hearts into this. And I want to also take a moment to congratulate Beto O'Rourke. He poured his heart into this campaign. He worked tirelessly. Listen, it's important. He worked tirelessly. He's a dad, and he took times away from his kids. And I want to also say, millions across this state were inspired by his campaign. They didn't prevail, and I am grateful the people of Texas chose a different path. But let me say to all of those who worked on his campaign, all of those who were inspired, that I am your senator as well. My responsibility is to represent every Texan. And I give you my word, I will always fight for your jobs, for your freedom, for your security. I will always fight to defend your constitutional rights. That applies to everyone in the great state of Texas. We saw an assault that was unprecedented. We saw a $100 million race with Hollywood coming in against the state, with the national media coming in against the state. But all the money in the world was no match for the good people of Texas and the hard-working men and women across our state. And I am so incredibly proud each and every day to stand up and to fight for you, to defend you. We are standing united. We have been delivering results. And now we need to go back to work and keep delivering results. More jobs, more security, more freedom. And it is my hope that with the bitterness and division we see nationally, that Texas can be a model for how we can come together, disagree, yes, but with civility, respecting each other's decency, respecting each other's humanity, treating each other the way each of us would like to be treated. My hope is that Texas can help lead the way to bring this country together behind a common sense agenda that benefits the people of Texas and the people of America. We love you. Thank you for every hour, every word, every step, every bit of passion. God bless you.